The international influences on Cambridge are easy to see. Restaurants, cultural groups, and churches reflect the diverse backgrounds of the city's residents. However, storefronts can't convey the individual experiences of moving to the United States or the daily struggles with new languages, accents, and customs. Audible has collaborated with the Loop Lab on a series of pieces that explore English language fluency and literacy within the Port neighborhood of Cambridge. We talked to Laurent and Reserve, two Cambridge residents with Haitian roots and very different stories. Laurent moved to the States as a young adult and chose to start a family in Cambridge. Let's listen to his story first. Do you want to just tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Laurent. Originally from Haiti, but I grew up in Montreal all my life. Speak Creole, French. My mom and dad, been living over there. And then they decided to retire. Then all my other siblings already moved all over across the United States. So I was staying by myself in the house. And then I said, you know what? Let me come over here. And I ended up staying over here. Get married, get kids. I've been living more than 25 years over here. But prior to that, I used to back and forth from here to Montreal.
What do you do for work?
Basically, I'm an electronic technician. I graduated in Montreal at Montreal University. And then after that, I went to Bishop University, learn English a little bit. But right now, I'm working with Aramark inside by the MIT. Over there, been over there more than 20 years.
So you didn't learn English until you were in college?
Yes. I know the basic, but it's not the same when you're talking every day. Even me, I still get some, not difficult. I understand when people speak to me, but sometimes it's hard to, when I speak to somebody, to catch me.
So. Do you think, are there a lot of folks who don't have any access to computers? Is there libraries or something? I'm what does it look like when people first come here?
Well, when people come first, they're not thinking about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Probably some of them come in to work, they find a job, and then they don't have enough time to do the study, to practice. I wish they have more people get involved in some activities so they can learn. That's what I did when I came. So.
Yeah, it sounds like you really took advantage of everything around here.
Yes, every time there are some activity in the park, stuff like that. But not everybody. Some people, they just come, okay, I know the basic, I know all the word I need to know to do my job, and I'm done. And go home and go back, speak the primary language. So,
is there anything that you any sort of tools or resources that you wish you had when you first came here that would have made it easier for you?
I think there's a program they do class for them. Not ELS, but most of the, I got one friend who live by the house by Ali Wife.
Okay, yeah.
I think they do a class for the people to learn, but I wish this stuff keep going. But at this time, they got the basic, but now with the computer, stuff like that, some of them, they don't have access to computer.
Yeah.
And then basically everything you use a computer or a laptop to do most of the stuff.
In the next piece, we talk to Reserve Coffee. An immigrant from Haiti, Reserve moved here later in his life. He and his wife came to the United States in the aftermath of the 2010 Haiti earthquake. His challenges with language and life in America have been very different from those faced by other immigrants. Cillian, who is like family to Reserve, helps us with the translation from Creole to English.
Moi-même, c'est Reserve Coffee. Et puis, moi, j'ai 6 petites.
How long ago did you move to the United States?
Pour combien de temps ou t'es venu entrer en Amérique?
En Amérique, oublié date moi t'es venu en 2010.
So you left Haiti in 2010 and you moved to America. Why did you move here? What caused you to move here?
Bat même connais si m'tap vinn dans Amerika. Mais madame moi été accidentée dans tremblement de terre. Il y a ranch li était écrasé. Mais yo ouais son monde qui très vivant, yo ouais t'a mérité gain la vie. Il fait 4 opérations dans bord gauche ça. C'est ça que fait, il pas qu'à lever camper, il pas qu'à lever chita.
Qui travail ou te fait l'autre à Haïti, papa?
Oh, l'aime de Haïti. Même qu'on fait un pile vieux job. Qu'on travaille, qu'on casse roche pour me faire gravier, me vendre par camion. Après ça, mal la boule, mal payer les camions pour me faire pour me lever petit moun. Après ça, l'aime garder moi 3 moun a mouru dans sable. Adam n'a dit moi 3 moun a mouru parce qu'il y a un bagage à passer. Suspend travail la boule. Vini côté m'a bon un bac cigarette ou chita avec lui et puis m'a bon glacé ou vendre cola ou vendre jus citron ou vendre limonade avec moun k'ap vinn acheter manger.
Do you work here? What do you currently do?
Et son travail ici, qui s'en fait?
Non, rien pas fait. Non. Vive paysan mi au poté moi. Bon Dieu parler dans cœur yo. Yo dit moi même pas travailler dans pays yo même yo travaille yo longer mais pas moi. Vinn dans pays yo pas travail. Pas travail mais c'est parce que il fait bien moins comme voyer ba petit moi. On est qui pas travailler, c'est pas un bagage pas facile non. On est vivre dans un pays où pas travail et pour une comme dans un pays on voit la caillou.
You have a lot of support from your family, from your church. Did you ever need a reason to like learn English or to communicate with not your community and not your church, but outside of your community? Did you ever need that reason or no, you're happy with what you have?
J'ai commencé à aller, mais dans notre école, son 16 jours, je me gagné ce seul mercredi. Et je devine malade, je devine faire prostate.
Almost a third of Cambridge residents were born outside the United States. But that number alone doesn't paint the full picture. No two arrival stories are alike. Some come highly educated and work jobs that allow them to hone their English skills, while others arrive with very little formal schooling and must rely on friends and family to operate in the new English dominant community. Some opportunities to learn English exist, but they're not flexible enough to meet everyone's needs. The city of Cambridge can help create more educational opportunities for their own growth and sustenance. Education does not mean only language literacy, but can also mean computer and technical literacy that unlocks the path to better job opportunities.
Depuis pas à l'école, les bagages ou pas qu'à connaître. Si tu à l'école là petit, ou tu connais parler français bien. Mais depuis pas à l'école, c'est quelques mots entendez en bas bouche monde ou répondre.